Scorpio, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Scorpio, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the cards from the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, so Scorpio, whenever you see this reading, will be the right time for you to see the reading, whether the date is old or new. It's any time is the right time, in other words. Okay, so let us get started. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Scorpio for their highest good. One more card. Thank you. All right. So you have wise leader. You are a beacon for others. Definitely. Yes, you are the leader. Remember, you are a wise leader. You know what you need to do to be that leader. Okay, so be the lead. Be a leader in life. You know, don't follow anybody. You're the leader. Remember that. You know what you need to do. Then you have uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. You may not see it right now, but everything that you're going through is going to bring you to something beautiful. There's treasure there. Okay, so you know, just have patience for everything that's going on. Just know that. All right, so Scorpio, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Two cards for one for the current for Scorpio. One for the situation. One for the past. One for what's hidden. Oh, okay. For the hopes and fears. What you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow. All right, so Scorpio. So you start off with the Hangman. The Hangman is talking about, you know, really seeing things differently, letting go of the past, surrendering to the past, like just letting it go. I also feel like you could be waiting for something to come in. Interesting. You need to find your patience. You really need to find your patience. You have the Seven of Swords here for the situation. I feel there's something here about being deceitful, whether it's you or you're picking up the energy around you or somebody else is doing it. We got to see what's going on. I feel like you need to be honest with yourself also about everything. Also feel like for some of you guys, you're not really caring about anything. Okay, well, we'll see what the cards say when this comes in. You have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is in the past, and it's asking you that, it's saying that there's unexpected news coming in, messages, sudden change, because I do feel like this is a now card and not a in the past. You have the Six of Cups, and I feel like you're going through a healing. I feel like you've been very nostalgic. This is something you're not seeing, or, you know, just it came out of the blue, but this is, you're healing. You're going to be going through a healing. You're being very nostalgic, thinking about memories. You have the Tower down here for the hopes and fears. The Tower is talking about changes, things just coming in and just changing all of a sudden. So be ready. You have the High Priestess for the what you need to do now. Now is trust your intuition. Use your intuition and trust it. You have the Hierophant for what you need to work on, and you really need to go within and meditate, because I feel like you're seeking some kind of answer here. You're looking for answers, and I feel with the Seven of Wands for the outcome, I feel like you need to believe in yourself that you can do anything and create anything. Remember that you are the leader. You are, there is going to be a lot of good things that are coming in, even though you feel like you're not. Okay. All right, so Scorpio, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Scorpio, 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 Scorpio. Why is the Hangman here for Scorpio? All right. So you do have the five of wands, the hangman. You have the hangman, the five of wands, and then the three of wands. So I do feel like you are definitely surrendering to the past. I feel like you're letting go of a lot of things, and I feel like you're looking at things differently now, which is very nice. I also feel like for some of you guys, you're waiting for something to come in. With the five of wands here, there is a lot of, you still hold on to a lot of anger. There's still a lot of frustration, a lot of anger, a lot of jealousy, just a lot of anxiety here, a lot of anger. I feel like you need to leave that behind, and I feel like you will be leaving it behind, because you have the three of wands. You're moving forward, which is very nice. Making plans for the future, knowing what you really want to do. So it's good. This is very nice. I feel like there's some kind of partnership here also that could be coming through. Um, Good for you, Scorpio. Then you have the Seven of Swords. And why is the Seven of Swords here? Good. One more card. Oh, good, good, good. So you do have the Page of Wands here. Page of Wands, you have the Page of Wands, the Three of Cups, and you start off with the Seven of Swords. So, all right, so let's do this. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords, I feel like you have to be honest with yourself, because the Seven of Swords is about deceit. Not caring too much about things. Really, you've been hurt, you've been backstabbed, you've been cheated on. And maybe you're being quiet about things. Something like that. But definitely some kind of betrayal is here. You need to be honest with yourself, okay? I also feel like there could be times where you really don't care about anybody else or anything in the world or anything that's going on. You're just like, oh, who cares? Like that. But I feel like there was some kind of deceit around you, or you're the one that's doing deceit. It could be either one. Or you're just picking up the energy of something being deceit. I would just be careful with everything that you put out there, especially on social media. Especially if you're thinking about it, I feel like you need to do it a different way if you have to, okay? You do have the Three of Cups. You do have a lot of friends that support you, a lot of family that supports you, loved ones. You're very supported. Um, but I feel like also, too, I don't know who this is for. There's a message here that you watch who your friends are, okay? So be careful, because there is some kind of deceit and betrayal there. So I don't know who that was for. So be careful if you get together with friends or family or something like that. But I feel like it's friends. Really be careful, okay? Because they're going to be talking about you or something. Something's going on. So there is some kind of betrayal here. So be careful with all that. You do have the Page of Wands here, and the Page of Wands is saying that you're going to be, you're for you to be bold, for you to take, to stand up for yourself, to I feel like you need to have faith that everything's going to fall into place, that I feel like you're going in a new direction also. I feel like you're going to be moving forward from all that, that this may have been the situation, but you're going to be leaving it, okay, moving forward. So it's good. Change is coming through also. A lot of changes coming through. Then you have the Eight of Wands, and I do believe the Eight of Wands is now. I feel like you're moving forward. There's going to be sudden changes coming through. I also feel like there's news and messages also coming through. But you're definitely moving forward from all this negativity, so it's good. You have the Six of Cups up here for the what's hidden. Why is the Six of, okay, thank you. One more card. Okay. Wow, nice. Very nice. So you've been very nostalgic, Scorpio, thinking about the past, maybe childhood memories, also feel like you're going through some kind of healing, a healing, going through things. So there is a healing here. So just know that. They're asking you to be very grateful for everything that you have, big or small, little, doesn't matter. Just be grateful. Have more gratitude. I do feel like you've been accomplishing what you set out to do. I feel like you're going to be content very soon. I feel like justice is going to come through for you, and I feel like you don't have to do anything. That anybody that did you wrong or anything like that. That justice is here. That you don't just leave it to justice, okay? Because it's going to be okay. Things are going to get better. I also feel like there's some kind of wish fulfillment here coming through. If you're dealing with anything legally, it's going to be in your favor. If you're making any decisions, also there, it's going to be in your favor. You're going to be making them fairly, and people making decisions towards you are going to be making them fairly. They're asking you to keep everything balanced. Things are going to balance out for you, so it's very nice. Very nice, Scorpio. Things are moving forward. Good, good. You need this. The Tower. Why is a Tower here? I'm a card. Wow, you came into your own reading, so interesting. So you do have the Tower. You start off with the Tower, and there is going to be a lot of changes coming in. Not only do you have the Tower card, you have the Death card also here. Okay, the Death card is, and this is your card, Scorpio. You know, you're going through this huge transformation, this huge thing where you're changing within, and when you change in the inside, you're changing in the outside also. So just know that. That's why you're going through that healing. But things are going to change. You're going to change a lot of things, so be ready, okay? You still have a lot of regret. There's still a lot of disappointment here. I still feel like there's opportunities around you, but you're not really seeing them because you're still in this healing mode. You're still in this regret. You're still like thinking about, you know, everything that's been happening and it's been going on, because I feel like you're searching for answers and looking for answers. I feel like you need to try your best to leave this regret behind because you still have opportunities around you. Okay, you still need to see the light in everything that's going on, even in your life, like even in things that you thought, okay, well, I was betrayed or I was backstabbed or I was, you know, try to see above it, you know, and say, you know what, but I still have this and I still have this and I'm still going through, I'm still going to be able to do this. I'm still, you know, don't let that one thing bring you down, okay? Because things are going to change for the better. You have the High Priestess here for what you need to work on. And why is the High Priestess here? Wow. Wow, good, good, good. All right, so you do have the High Priestess here. And the High Priestess, sorry, guys. So the High Priestess is talking about, you know, trusting your intuition, using your inner power, inner courage, you know, really find that, okay? Really use your intuition. That little nudge that you feel when you go into a room and, you know, you feel like you don't belong there, you know, trust it. Walk out of there, you know, really use your intuition. That was an example. Okay. They want you to start saving money. I do feel like you were holding on to something from the past. You know, I feel like you need to let it go. Anything that you're holding on to, like the past regrets or choices that you've made or the deceit that has happened in your life, let it go. Just let it go and keep moving forward because there is definitely a new path here. The Fool card is here, and the Fool is saying, hey, there's a new path here for you to take. There's a new journey that you're going to be put on, you know, but you just need to let go of all this negativity, all this holding on to the past, to the regret, to the, you know, betrayal. They want you to keep pushing forward and not stay there, okay? Start saving money. Trust your intuition. Use your intuition when you're making choices also. Then you have the Hierophant here. And why is the Hierophant here? One more card. Wow. So you really need to see things more clearly. You really need to see things differently now because the Hierophant is here, and the Hierophant is saying you're looking for answers. You're looking at traditional values. You're looking at your religion more. You know, you're just looking for answers here. And I feel like you are. I feel like you need to get more in tune with your higher self. I feel like there's an offer coming in for you also. And I feel like there's some kind of decision that you're definitely trying to make. And then you have the Hangman here. And the Hangman is saying that, you know, have patience for everything. You may not see everything coming in all at once. But remember, there's something here that's going to come in that's going to be wonderful because there's treasure at it. Okay, but all this needs to go through. You need to go through all this because you're going through that big transformation right now. You know, you may not feel like, this is BS or whatever, but this is why, because people do not want to go through this transformation. And right now, we're all going through it. You know, everybody is going through a big changes. They're making changes in their lives. Believe it or not, it's not going to be the same way like it used to be because that's what they want. The universe, the spirit guides, they're all pushing you to do different. and this is where it's going to be at. They want you to find patience, okay? Find your patience, be calm about things, and just let go of everything that you're holding on to. You need to stop thinking about it. Stop, thinking about how you could have done it differently or how you could have done this or do that. Stop that, okay? Trust your intuition, you guys. Your higher self is trying to connect to you, is trying to guide you. Really get more in tune with it. You're very intuitive. So remember that, okay? You will find the answers. If you go within, you're going to find the answers. If you start meditating, you will find those answers that you're looking for. Then you have the Seven of Wands. Why is the Seven of Wands here? For the outcome. One more card. Okay. So you do have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands is talking about, really believing in yourself, like really defending yourself, standing up for yourself. Really stand up for yourself and what you believe in. Okay, don't let anybody take that away from you, and also let other people help you. If they want to help you, let them help you. There's nothing wrong with other people helping you. Okay, take their help. You don't need to do it all on your own. Let others help you. Okay, when you have a chance, if they offer it to you, and then you have the Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles is saying there's some kind of abundance coming in. Remember, there's a treasure here somewhere that's going to come in. You may not see it all at once, but you're going to see something. There's abundance coming in here. I feel like you're trying to do everything for everybody because you're juggling everything, but there's mainly abundance that's coming in. But you got to start taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself. Okay, there ain't no sense in all this coming in, and then you're not gonna feel good about using it. You're really gonna start taking care of yourself. Okay, stop trying to do everything for everybody. You need to start taking care of yourself, Scorpio. And then you have the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. So with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like you're definitely definitely need to just let things come in. Go with the flow, you guys. Have patience for everything. Things are moving, they're going to come in, but you just need to have patience. Find your patience, okay? You've been working very hard. The efforts are going to be paid off. The material success is going to be there, but it's in divine timing, okay? So, and you need to trust that you will receive it, that you will get it. Get away from all this negativity. Let go of the past and just keep pushing forward. Have patience for everything. I know a lot of things are going to change, but it's in a good change. It's a good change. It's going to push you forward to something better, okay? So remember that, because you are on a different path. And remember that you're the leader. You can do anything. You've always been the leader. You always have been. So keep doing that. All right, so Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.